Spoken word 11. I also give people my best. For God so loved the world that he gave his only begotten Son, that whoever believes in him should not perish, but have everlasting life. John 3:16. This is to encourage parents who believe they give their children their best, but these children still worked out on them. Young men or husbands who believe they gave their best to their ladies or spouses, but they still left them. Ladies who are still asking themselves, what did I not give him after all I did for him? Children who are working so hard to please their parents, but their parents' standards seem unreasonable and unattainable. When I became the president of our campus ministry, for no clear offense, 2 members left our ministry for another. Their leaving broke my heart. As I was lamenting in my room, wondering how to retain people in the ministry, the Lord spoke, referring me to a page in the book Purpose Driven Church by Rick Warren. I gave people my best to my only begotten Son, John chapter 3, verse 16, but they still worked out on me. God's best for fallen man was sending his only begotten Son, Jesus Christ, that through faith in him we can be reconciled back to God. But many still reject this precious offer. Sad but true, this was a great comfort for me. Giving people your best is no guarantee that they will remain loyal. Allow them to work out if they want to. Paul and Barnabas had John Mark work out on them during their first missionary journey, but they continued their trip. Acts chapter 13, verse 13. What is expected of you is not to stay back and lament, but continue. It is painful, but move on. The insight from this verse, John chapter 3, verse 16, answered the challenge with the living members of the ministry. I decided to follow up on living members only if they were abandoning the Christian faith or leaving the church on the basis of an unresolved conflict. For those who joined other ministries, I called to encourage, wish them well, and respect their decision. Are you still lamenting and blaming yourself? Remember, it is not necessarily about you giving your best or not. People can still work out on you. Even attaining their standards may not please them. We tend to blame ourselves and even condemn ourselves when people work out on us. We tend to take it very personal and wonder, have I not given enough? Am I not good enough? Am I not doing enough? Surely at certain points, these events will call for careful self-evaluation on our part to recognize our contribution to the problem to help us address them appropriately. However, when people willfully work out, allow them and continue the great work. For others, it may not necessarily be someone working out literally, but it could be a change in response or attitude, or a negative feedback from people whose approval matters so much to you. This change of attitude from them can trigger discouragement and discontinuation of what God has assigned you to do. Always waiting and seeking people's approval or company can keep you stagnant. Let's continue to give our best irrespective of people's reaction. This great work should not be shaken by people's reaction as long as God approves of it. Move on. For reflection, what personal decisions have someone made but you keep blaming and condemning yourself? What work have you abandoned because of these decisions? What resolutions can you make to move on and continue the great work?